All right, so today we're going to be talking about Total Vanilla Beyond. This is version 3.6. There might have been a more recent patch, I'm not sure, but this is definitely a more recent patch than the one I did a review on, which was version 3.3, I think. And this is one of my favorite mods for Medieval 2 Total War. It's my favorite vanilla style mod. I know super popular there's the Kingdoms Grand Campaign mod, which adds all the stuff from Kingdoms into vanilla Medieval 2 Total War's Grand Campaign. And there's also JLMP's Vanilla Kingdoms mod, which does something similar. But I think I like this one a little bit more because it's a little more ambitious. Let's say it. Um, I'm not a huge fan of vanilla Medieval 2 Total War. This game makes the vanilla game fun, in my opinion. So let's go to the Grand Campaign here, and you can already see some of what this mod adds. So first we'll go through the new factions, the campaign map and the campaign mechanics, and then I'll show you a battle as well. Battles are pretty similar to vanilla Medieval 2 Total War with some of the bugs fixed from the vanilla game. But first of all, you can see you've got a nice expansive map in this one. And one thing you might notice is the Pacific Ocean, or sorry, the Atlantic Ocean is more like a strait. So, yeah, you can see the Americas from the very beginning, and you can actually sail there with your navy as soon as you want, and vice versa too, if I'm not mistaken. So you have the Apache and the Aztecs as major factions in the Americas from the very beginning. So the Apache in North America and the Aztecs in Central America there. And that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. This is not a historically accurate mod. Okay, it takes some liberties. It's probably a little more accurate than vanilla in a lot of ways, and a little more detailed. So, for example, Portugal doesn't start with Navarre in this mod, and a few other minor changes. But again, the historical accuracy is not the focus of this mod. The focus is making the game very playable, fun, and AI-friendly too. And AI-friendly change I want to mention is the Mongols. So the map extends so far into Central Asia that the Mongols are actually on the map. They start like where the Sakaraukas start in Europa Barbarorum. And it's really cool to see a mod try this, where the Mongols start on the maps. And they actually like make progress, and you get updates on their progress as you progress through the game, the campaign. And you can play as the Mongols too. And this, I think, helps with the AI, because the AI a lot of the time can't really handle like being a horde faction, especially in Medieval 2. Well, in Rome as well. And this mod really kind of takes care of that by removing that whole aspect. I know it's not an ideal solution, but it is a solution. And it does make it kind of fun here in the eastern part of the map. And you have pagan Lithuania as well, and you can convert your religion too. Now, you have a lot of new factions. So Lithuania, for example, is a new faction. These factions, like the Aztecs and the Mongols, are not new. The Cumans and the Apache are new. The Khwarezmians, up here by the Caspian Sea, are new. There's the Emirate of Damascus here. The Abbasid Caliphate in Iraq. You have the Seljuks of Rum, but not the Grand Seljuk Empire, which is a little strange if you think about it. But again, historical accuracy, not the focus here. You have you have Novgorod as a new faction. You have Armenian Cilicia as a new faction. You have Papal States playable. You have Norway available as a playable faction. the Irish, and I believe that's it for the new factions. So this it's nice. It's a nice assortment. Everything is playable now, and everything plays pretty well. So I'm going to start a campaign here, and I'm going to show off the campaign map, and I'm going to show a battle, and yeah, I'll see you in the campaign map. All right, so here we are in the campaign map as Pagan Lithuania. So let's quickly toggle the Fog of War, and I'll showcase what this mod's all about. So the campaign map is pretty nice. It's not the greatest looking of the campaign maps I've seen for Medieval 2, but it's pretty nice indeed. You can see it extends all the way to Central Asia, to Karakoram here. Not sure that's the geographically accurate place for it, but it's fine. It's in the corner of the map, so the Mongols start over there. There's no Indian faction. That's probably the most barren corner of the map. There's no Grand Seljuks, and there's no Indian faction either. You have the Khwarezmians here in the middle instead. And you have the Cumans as well, which is good to see. So you have the Emirate of Damascus here, and the Caliphate of Baghdad, and Armenian Cilicia that kind of fill out the Middle East. No Georgia and no Indian faction. Those are probably the most barren parts of the map. It is a large map. But again, this is a more vanilla style mod. So let's finish going through here. You can see the Venetians start out with Crete, just like they do in vanilla. So again, a lot of liberties taken. There are certain things that are a little more accurate than vanilla, like the Portuguese don't start with Navarre, but they start with Lisbon. So there's a lot of trade-offs. You still have the Kingdom of Spain instead of like Leon, and you don't have Aragon at all, just like in vanilla Medieval 2, even though it was a major faction in Medieval 1, Total War. Another point for Medieval 1. You have the Irish and the Scottish here. You have the Norwegians owning Reykjavik up there in Iceland. You have Roanoke. I think this is the only Medieval 2 mod with Roanoke. That's interesting. And you have the Apache up here in North America. And then we have the Aztecs down here in Mexico. So this is, it's a very cool map. Again, the Atlantic Ocean is shrunk down here to make colonization a more active part of the game, rather than just an end game thing where like you've already beaten the game, but you can go and colonize the Americas if you want to. Instead, it's something that's a little bit more part of your experience. I guess the middle of North Africa here is also kind of barren. So, like in a mod like Chivalry Total War for the original Rome, they had the Zirids here in Tunisia, so that the middle of North Africa was not so barren. But here it is, unfortunately. But anyway, let's talk about the campaign a bit. So the campaign is pretty vanilla-like in terms of how it progresses, except for, you know, the fixes for the Mongols and colonization of the Americas, making things a little bit easier so that there are more active parts of the game. There are a few additions rather than changes. So you have playable pagan factions like Lithuania, and you can actually convert to Catholicism if you want later in the campaign. And I believe as Norway, you can convert to paganism if you want. You can do the opposite. And that gives you access to different things. So there are a lot of other cool things. So for Catholic and Orthodox factions, you can actually construct, for example, like Jewish quarters in different cities. So like you can foster the development of communities in your city, and that actually gives you economic benefits. And as a trade-off, you have disorder and religious conversion against your main religion. So it, it's kind of a cool, just there are a lot of cool little mechanics in this mod that really enhance the vanilla game, but they don't change it. They don't change it very. So let's get into a battle here as the Lithuanians. I'll show off some of the units here, and then we'll play a few turns, and I'll showcase some of the campaign mechanics here. So let's actually go and besiege Riga. Just at the beginning here, let's construct a few buildings. The ones I go for first always, which are roads and land clearance. Let's upgrade our capital as well. And let's recruit something. Estonian Rebels. Should their name be Estonian Rebels? I'm not sure. Let's go for the Sudovian Tribesmen as well. And then here, let's go for Spear Militia. And yeah, let's end the turn. Now our pagan Lithuanian kingdom has roads. Oh, Novgorod wants trade rights. That's fine. Oh, so the Mongols subjugate the Ungud. So the Mongol tribe of the Ungud now serve the Great Khan. They've plundered 2,000 florins. The king's purse incremented 250 florins. And they have 4 new Mongol horse archers. So every turn, you get updates on the progress of the Mongols, and it kind of like scares you as the campaign progresses. So I like this. I like the way the Mongols work in this mod. And then you have the Terra Incognita. So this is about the Americas. About the Americas. And our mission is to take Riga. So that's perfect. So I guess you already saw basically what this mod is about. So a lot of vanilla things, for example, not having an area of recruitment system and things like that. This mod doesn't stray too far from vanilla in that regard. So really the only thing to show you is a battle, and then if I do a let's play, you'll see exactly how this mod plays, which is very good indeed. You do have these heraldry sort of ancillaries as well. So when your prince is located in Samogitia, for example, he'll get Prince Samogitia, which is actually a nice thing indeed. So I'll see you on the battlefield. All right, so here we are in battle with the Lithuanians. You can check out some of our units, like the General's Bodyguard, which is a pretty vanilla style bodyguard with some, I think, some new armor textures here on the actual bodyguard units. The General looks like your standard Medieval 2 style General. We have Lithuanian Cavalry Militia, looking good, pretty similar to the Lithuanian Cavalry in Chivalry for Rome. We have Peasant Archers and then Spear Militia, so we don't have our Estonian troops on the battlefield here. But I like these guys. They have a nice little embroidered outfit, which is always nice. Can't see the enemy. The fog is like a San Francisco day. So let's get our troops in, break down the walls, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. All right, so here we have some woodsmen. And the woodsmen, again, pretty similar to Chivalry. I believe there was a unit called the Woodsman in the original Medieval Total War that kind of inspired this unit. I like the flag of these Livonian rebels, actually. Looks very, I don't know, 18th century. And their pointy hats as well. Other than those guys, we just have Lithuanian archers wearing very similar colors, and then Lithuanian cavalry, much like ours. So they do have woodsmen. I do think the woodsmen would be able to kind of chop down our troops there, which is not good. Our spear militia are getting pelted. Hold your shields up. Okay, so they have woodsmen there as well. If I could kind of surround them, it would be nice.
Excellent. We have breached our enemy's walls.
Okay, so let's slow things down. Okay, we breached over there. So let's go attack those woodsmen. Am I shooting at their woodsmen? I guess I was with the archers. Forgot how hard it was to play and talk at the same time.
Strike, and God will guide your arm.
Oh. Let's set up our infantry here. Kind of surround this cavalry. Oh, they're throwing javelins. So this guy is being brave. Oh, come on, guys. Is that the general? Might be. Get him. Okay, our spear militia can actually surround this guy. If we could get that general, it would be nice.
We have captured the enemy's walls.
Come on, one of you can poke him.
By the grace of God, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will
Okay, very good.
fail.
So now we can actually get our general in there. Kind of surround the enemy troops. We destroyed their cavalry, which is nice. Good attempt, guys. Good attempt. You guys are celebrating, but most of their army is still waiting there. Okay, spear militia charge at their archers over there. It's going to take forever for our infantry to actually flank. So let's just flank with our cavalry. And let's get our archers in here to help them from the inside. I just reviewed a Rome Remastered mod, so the word pelt, which is in a peltist, of course, is fresh on my mind. Our guys are not going to pay attention to their tiny little backpack shields, and we will roast them. Let's have our general move back here through the streets of Riga. And hit these woodsmen from the back. I don't know if hitting the woodsman from the back is the most sound strategy. But we don't have an infinite amount, do we? Where's our cavalry? If I could get this cavalry unit around this side. Okay, maybe I'll move the general to this corner of the city. How is he going? What route is he going to take? Then I'll move this cavalry over here. We'll pelt them with javelins. And that's probably going to be the better strategy. That'll keep our general safer. There's the enemy, fully prepared. Okay, lure them out of there. Don't do skirmish mode. Skirmish mode in Medieval 2 is the literal worst. Where's our general? Long streets. Keep tossing javelins. Okay. Okay, our general's bodyguard is getting in closer. The enemy woodsmen are fighting our infantry. Or fighting poorly. So let's hit these woodsmen with our cavalry militia. And with the general's bodyguard, we will surround the militia here, the woodsmen. I am determined to keep my general alive this time. No, we couldn't save those guys. Okay. Yeah, our cavalry militia have lost a few, but the woodsmen appear to be losing. And the other woodsmen here are just standing around, which is good. Come on, guys, you can't break through those archers. Did the woodsmen lose? There's only a few of them left. Like the last remaining Jedi at the Battle of Geonosis. Okay. So, javelin men, you throw your javelins. And general, you charge at the woodsman. Blow your horn so you don't charge quickly before your troops. Okay, and they're routing. Perfect. But they touched the corner of the town square.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Okay, so our general seems to be okay.
My lord, our men are in command. Curses! Our men no longer command the city.
Okay, so our general is doing okay. Can we make them rout so that they don't keep touching the corner of the town square and we can beat them mostly? Like if we get this guy, we can make them rout.
They have lost half their men.
Okay, maybe our archers should stop firing. I think we got their woodsman. Is good. Okay, our cavalry militia should charge in.
Look how our
Okay, we did it. There we go. And we didn't lose our general. And Riga's ours. Very good. So now you've seen the beginning of the Lithuanian campaign. And it's a good campaign. It's cool. Maybe at some point I'll do a Let's Play of this mod. I really do like this mod. So, in any case, this is Vanilla Beyond. There's a lot of new factions. You've got a nice big map. You have the Mongols starting on the map at the very start. You have the Americas more easily accessible. You can play as whoever you want. You can play as the Mongols even from the very beginning. There's a lot of variety here. It really adds to the replayability of the game that I think vanilla lacks a little bit, but in a vanilla style. So this is a cool mod. I really like it. If you enjoy mods for the historical Total Wars, consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.